all a dream. And now they finally seen what I tried to tell them. That passion everlasting plan that in your soul.
What is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This episode is sponsored by the good folks over at Notino, who sent me this fragrance to review. Notino is the only online retailer I would work with. I find their selection of all different types of fragrances, ultra niche like Xerjoff, Raja, Montal, Amouage, Creed, Middle Eastern scents, designer scents, cheapies, just to be absolutely phenomenal. Their prices cannot be beat by anyone else. Their shipping is the fastest that I've ever used. Please do check out Notino for all your fragrance and grooming needs, and stay tuned at the end of this review to find out how you can win decants of this fragrance courtesy of myself and Notino. So the fragrance we're going to take a look at today is from the house of Ralph Lauren, and this one is called Supreme Leather. Now, if you're interested in the rich backstory of this house, please check out the video that I did on Supreme Oud, which is the first fragrance they released in this Supreme line. I know Supreme Cashmere will be the third scent and is supposed to be released at some point this year. As far as what I own from this house, right now it's just Supreme Oud and now Supreme Leather, but I plan on picking up Safari, Polo Sport, and Polo Green, the original Polo Green, even though it's been heavily reformulated. I do plan on picking up all three of those fragrances, which are all oldies but goodies at some point down the road. Now, Supreme Leather was released in 2015, and note-wise it features cardamom and nutmeg at the top, leather and saffron in the middle, tonka and honey in the base. This is the 4.2 ounce bottle, and though it retails for well over $100, you can of course grab it cheaper from Notino.com. Now, as far as your presentation goes, it is a dark brown bottle that says Supreme Leather. It has a gold cap, nothing on the top, and fairly good atomizer. Works well, good distribution of juice. Supreme Leather sticker on the bottom. The box similar to the Supreme Oud one. Supreme Leather Polo Ralph Lauren Eau de Parfum, 4.2 ounces. It's 125 ml. Barcode on the bottom, made in USA. Some ingredients on the back, and you know, warnings and whatnot about flammability, and another barcode there, and Supreme Leather on the top. So elegant but simple presentation. You know, it's pretty much what you'd expect from the house of Ralph Lauren. Now, as far as scent goes, I really enjoy this fragrance, but I have to be honest with you guys and tell you that if you're primarily looking for a leather scent, you might be a little bit let down, because I think this one probably should have been called Supreme Tonka or Supreme Honey. Both would have sold well and probably been a little bit truer to the name. Now, this one starts off with a gorgeous dose of powdery rich tonka bean drizzled with honey. I pick up some faint spices underneath that, the almost holiday spice of nutmeg and maybe a sprinkle of saffron. Perhaps under that there's some very soft worn brown suede, but this is primarily not a leather scent, and that's okay because it's still a really delicious fragrance and actually very unique in its own right. The honey and tonka just do well and play off really well of each other. It is a fairly linear scent. You know, you get whacked with those two notes once you spray this one on, and then the spices, as I've said, come into play. Because it is eau de parfum concentration, you're going to get pretty good longevity. I'd say 8 to 10 hours and 4 to 6 of projection. It does sit pretty close to the skin, but trust me when I tell you that you don't want a scent that's sort of rich and sweet to boom off of your skin, or it's going to become too off-putting and cloying. I could definitely see this scent being unisex because at its essence, it's a gourmand fragrance, but I think it's probably going to do a little bit better for a man, and is perfect for a spring and fall fragrance. Maybe a little bit too much for the summer and just not enough for the winter. I think ideally, for me, this is the perfect scent for a close encounter. You know, if you're trying to cozy up to a girl or guy you really like and you want to entice them to get a little bit closer, this is a very alluring and inviting scent, and it sort of just hints at you know, being that kind of scent. So you want to get a little bit closer to pick it up more, which is why it's a nice fragrance in the romantic fragrance arsenal. Comparisons are tough for this one. You know, there's not a lot of fragrances that are like this. I'd say it's sort of in the same vein as like Pure Tonka by Terry Mugler, Fidelicios by Christian Dior, their Privé collection. It's sort of along those lines. If you're looking for a leather fragrance, because it's called Supreme Leather, you know, there's the classics out there, obviously. The new classic, which is Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford. La Yucca Homme by Rasasa, I think, is a better and cheaper version of that fragrance, personally. And then you've got the classic leather fragrances like Nice 10 and by Nice and Kier de Rousse by Chanel, which a lot of people think is the primary or the best leather fragrance of all time. Derby by Guerlain, you know, fragrances like that. If someone were trying to talk you into purchasing this fragrance, I think that they would tell you that it's a really gorgeous gourmand scent, and it's a nice soft gourmand, and that's rare. It's rare to get a soft gourmand with quality ingredients. Normally soft gourmands, at least I kind of find them to really sort of fade out too quickly and not hold a lot of promise. You know, they just sit too close to the skin, and I like my gourmands to be a little bit louder, but I think this is a really nice soft one because of the quality of the materials used. I think if someone were trying to talk you into not purchasing this one, they might tell you that, hey, if you're looking for a leather scent, this isn't probably going to deliver on the leather promise. It might be too soft for some people, and you know, there are tonka and honey scents out there. You know, I obviously don't rate fragrances, give fragrances that are sent to me a number score, but I really enjoy this one, and this one's going to get a ton of wear for me during the fall and even the spring. I think it's got just enough to not be cloying to folks, and it's got a really nice quality to it. It's not too sweet, which can be challenging for gourmand scents. I'm actually impressed with this Supreme line so far, but I feel like their scents you kind of have to let breathe. Supreme Oud didn't impress me at first, and this one didn't wow me when I first picked up a sample card of it at Bloomingdale's. But once you give them some time, you realize that they just are very nice, soft fragrances. They don't smell synthetic, and this one turned out to be quite a winner in my book. Now, if you want to try this fragrance, I'll give two subscribers decants. 2 of you guys can each enter to get 5 ml decants of this fragrance. I'll ship them out to you. How about this? We'll say you need to be a subscriber, obviously. I want you to go to the Notino website and let me know which fragrance you'd like me to review next that they sell on Notino.com, and then you need to share this video on one of your social media pages as well. Do those 3 things, leave a comment obviously, and then I will pick 2 of you at random. I'm sorry, it has to be United States only, and I'll ship you guys each out 5 ml decants so that you can try Supreme Leather out on your own. Again, I want to give a big thank you to Notino.com, the best online retailer of fragrances, beauty, and grooming products, biggest selection, best prices, crazy fast shipping times. Whenever I want to purchase a scent, I always check with Notino first to see if they have it, and they almost always do. So I'm going to link to them in the description, of course, and good luck to you guys on winning the samples. Stay tuned for more videos next week, guys. Obviously, my name is Maximilian, and
Even like money, fame, liquor, or drugs. Guessing like a test, so we circle all above. Do you do it for the love of the people with a passion? For now, we don't know, so we make it everlasting.